Welcome back to the show, back to talk about the local music scene and what the Ottawa Music Industry Coalition, or OMIC, does to help support our local music scene. I'm joined by Jamie Kwong from OMIC. Welcome to the show, Jamie. Great to have you here.
Hi there. Thank you for inviting me onto your show.
It's a pleasure. So give us a little bit of background on OMIC, Jamie.
Sure. So we're a nonprofit. We're relatively young. We're about 5 years old. We're supported through the City of Ottawa, but also various different levels of funding agencies and grants. We're made up of basically musicians, local venues, everything from the NAC to Irene's and Live on Elgin, for example, and the Rainbow. We're made up of recording studios, music managers. So basically what we're trying to do is connect the music industry players to each other, to information, to opportunity, in order to create a thriving music industry overall for Ottawa for the benefit of our local community.
So Jamie, what did that look like then during the pandemic? Because as I said, you know, the music industry around the world, let alone here in Ottawa, greatly impacted by the pandemic. Did that support system change at all as far as OMIC was concerned?
Absolutely. We were busier than ever when 2020 hit, and we all had to reconfigure how we get out our programming, how we get out our information, change up how we do our events. And so we went digital, just like so many other groups. Funny enough, we partnered with Rogers a lot to create some really innovative programming that created content and performance opportunities to about 90 local musicians. We did that through a program called Encore Ottawa, like the clip that you're showing right there. So with that, with the Encore Ottawa Season 1 and 2, for example, we created over 20 hours of high-quality pre-recorded concerts featuring 90-plus artists, and we paid them to do these performances so that this was maybe one of their only performance within 2020.
Yeah.
So it was quite remarkable. So yeah, we did a lot of digital programming. That's Jessica Pearson and the East Wind right there.
Nice. Oh, yeah. It just, that Encore Ottawa and that partnership with Rogers was just beautifully done. I mean, everything about it. The musicians that were a part of it, and it was beautifully shot. We were really proud to be a part of that. Jamie, you mentioned those fantastic music venues, you know, like Irene's and the NAC and the Rainbow. And the Rainbow being one that I told you off camera I have a great attachment to, having seen so many great musicians go through there. Tell us why it was so important for the music scene and musicians here in Ottawa to see the Rainbow saved, because we almost lost it during the pandemic.
Absolutely. So at the end of summer or beginning of fall, the Rainbow put out a notice out where they were saying that they were probably on the brink of closing. And right away, I'd been talking to some business execs for the last previous few months, and one of them wrote me in, and he was really concerned about the Rainbow. It had a very big spot in his heart for him. He had his son play there. He's gone there as a fan a lot. He's a musician, so he might have played there too. But he rounded up a few of his CEO counterparts and peers. He involved me in it as an advisor to talk about how we can save the Rainbow. And we brought in Danny, the owner of the Rainbow, and then they went at it with a full SWOT analysis, so strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. And basically we had like 7 of Ottawa's top tech CEOs strategize in saving this local iconic spot, which basically not only does it bring international and national icons to the city, but it also is a launching pad for many local artists. And so we need to make sure we keep those type of independently owned venues, because oftentimes that's where a lot of our local musicians start off building their fan base. So it's so important to the music industry. So right now they've confirmed $55,000 of influx of local corporate sponsorship already. They're going to launch their crowdfunding campaign in January. We're going to be doing something with them if we can get some sponsors to help us with creating a music hub on Sundays at the Rainbow. And so this is just one of many things that I think this group of, I would call them the business Rainbow Bistro business amplifiers, they call them for this, but I see them as like angel investors of Ottawa's music scene.
Yeah.
And so this is just their first project, and I sense that there's going to be a few more to help out the music industry.
And speaking of angel investors, I mean, you know, what it really comes down to is Ottawa and the public itself going to these music venues and supporting them, because, you know, what I've often seen at these music venues, it's musicians supporting other musicians, and we need to go beyond that and see the greater public supporting. So just talk about how important that support is from the public.
Absolutely. So we, over the last few months, we've seen an influx of all these live events happening. There are so many types of different shows. OMIC itself, we represent all types of artists, from classical to indie pop to hip hop to DJs. And so you'll find in Ottawa so much talent. What makes these how we can help develop this talent as a city is we go out to see their shows. It could be free shows, it could be $20 shows, but basically every time you get out to see a show, you're supporting a local artist, a local venue, and the people all in the music industry that are making these concerts happen. So go buy their music. Don't just stream them, because they don't make money off streaming.
Yeah.
They make money when you actually visit their websites and buy their music. So,
absolutely.
Or share their music. So simple things that we can do to support the industry.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us, Jamie. Really appreciate it. Hey, speaking of an industry that is looking for support, we talk about theater next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more after this.